Hi, I'm Christina.
I'm Maya from Book and Dreams, and welcome to a new video.
So today we're doing the review of the sixth book in the Throne of Glass series, and that is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. Yes. Obviously, I think you know up to now if you're watching this. So this is a complete kind of 180 from all the books so far. So we are kind of dragged away from everybody and everything that we have read about in the previous book, and we are following Cale as he comes to the southern continent, southern state, and is trying to kind of get help with his spinal injury and trying to start walking again. While he's there, he meets Irene, who we met in Assassin's Blade.
Yes.
In one of the stories from Assassin's Blade, she is now kind of a very successful healer up to kind of
heir. She's an heir to
thank you. I cannot say the verb.
Successor.
She's a successor of like the main healer in this tower. That's where the healers live. And basically, that's it. We also
he's also trying to
technically we
army.
Also
get the army for.
He tries to get the army, of course, for Aelin, and we also follow a bit of Nesrine as she kind of returns to the place where she actually feels like home.
She's actually from there, so
yeah.
She returns back to like her southern continent.
Yes, and there is some court intrigue in there too, and yeah, that's basically
it. Yeah, so after reading Empire Storms and the ending that is Empire Storms, getting to Tower of Dawn and Cale is not ideal. But I have to say, this is much better than I thought it would be. I thought this would be I thought it would be really bad, and I thought Cale would be annoying. He was annoying, of course. But this was so much better than I anticipated. I feel so bad for not reading it. Literally, this is where I stopped, and I just didn't want to continue on. But I regret not reading it sooner. It was good. It was good. It wasn't. But it wasn't
up to par with most of the books after the third one.
Yes, because you don't follow the interesting characters that you were following before. No, just basically following Cale.
Yeah. We commented, like we talked about this. I, for one, said that the book should have been at least 400 pages shorter. Because there are very interesting plot points that you have. The storyline between Cale and Irene and his recovery and everything to do with them too was interesting. The storyline with Nesrine and how she kind of gets involved with one of the royals and goes off to kind of search for these baby birds and goes off to this little tribe in the south where she kind of finds herself again.
Yes.
And that was interesting.
Everything else
and stuff there were these little moments that were interesting, but overall it felt like a lot of the things were just fillers to make the book bigger. You also said that maybe it would have functioned better as just a short story collection like Assassin's Blade, where you just kind of get this important snippets that are later on important to the story, because we can't really see how the court intrigue and everything would play into what will happen in the next book.
Yes.
Because basically they're just taking the army and going back.
Right.
So it's not anything probably important is gonna be from in this part anymore.
Yeah,
so,
I was also wondering, why do I know so much about this court and I don't know anything about
the Fae court?
The Fae court, Dorian's court, when there was the king and everything, Aelin's court, even though it doesn't exist anymore. I mean, at that point, old court and all the allies. Basically, this could have been, as I said before, I told you, a short story collection, one with Cale and Irene, and them finding out what they find out. One with Nesrine finding herself in the mountains and whatnot. And the others, like all the other armies that we see, I mean, we heard mentions of them in the Assassin's Blade.
Yeah.
But it could have been so cool to like have a sort of sequel to that and to see what's happened with them and how they got the note that Aelin sent them to come to her aid, how they decided to go or not to go. That would have been, I think, more interesting than learning about this court and how, they basically have to kill all the members of their family when they become the king or whatever they are.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just like, okay, dude.
It felt unnecessary, and also like I felt like a lot of Cale's chapters were very repetitive. I mean, I understand that like Sarah J Maas was trying to kind of show him dealing with this trauma and his kind of self-loathing, and
I mean that part was well written.
It was well written, but I think it was overwritten. Like there was like I felt like I was reading the same sentences over and over again. Like it's
I left Dorian.
There was no. I felt like there was no progression there, like in the writing, because it felt just like
over and over again.
Literally, like that same sentence. I left Dorian. How could I do that? I don't know. That's why I wanted it maybe more condensed, because I think it would have had more of an impact. Like it would have felt like he was genuinely like okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Basically, this book kind of seems like, okay, Cale goes to find a wife. I mean, spoilers for the end, but I mean, I enjoyed. So as you said, when I talked to you, you read this before me, and you were like, you liked Nesrin parts better than Cale. I liked Cale's parts a bit better because at some points we got Cale from the first half of the second book when he was confident and when him and Aelin were basically starting their relationship. The whole banter and everything. The same thing happened here when he was developing his relationship with Irene, and it was just, I liked that part because it was fun to read. It was fun to sort of see the development of the relationship and so on. But when it got to the emo parts, or the second half of the second book, Cale and everything, it was just like, I've seen this before. Like I understand that, when he doesn't get what when he's all broken, what that looks like, and to have 600 pages of that was like, okay. But the good part is they found out a lot of stuff. We found there's lots of padding to the legend and mythology of this whole series in this book, which was shocking first because we find out something really important. We found out about the history of Maeve and who she is and where she comes from. We find out, about some of the creatures that we've sort of met before and how they fit into this world and how they got there. It was that part was interesting. Nesrin feeling all lost because she doesn't know who she is in the first half of this book was like, okay. She's at home and she's happy, but she's at home. But she's sad because she doesn't know where the other part of her family is. But she feels so lost because she's like the southerner in the northern armies and nobody takes her seriously. And then she meets the royal and then she goes flying on a bird and then she's like, yay, I'm home. I mean, the second part when she's with the flyers and when they are doing stuff, that was more interesting.
I mean, I referred to that part. Basically, I think
that was more
I think I just skipped basically probably the first half of the book, in my head.
Oh, okay.
And I just skipped the parts where they're actually, doing stuff.
Yes. So. But yeah, as we said, this book is way too long. Some interesting facts are found and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good addition, but it could have been a smaller edition.
Yes.
Right? Because there are...
If you've read the Court of Thorns and Roses book, series, and that thing that has 80 pages that nobody loves.
Something of Starlight. Starlight?
The Frost of Sun... The Frost and Starlight, something. That stupid thing where we learned that Rhysand and what's her name? God, I don't know her name is. That they have sex in the air. I mean, what was the point of that? It could have this could have been that sized, and but whatever. Yeah. I don't regret reading it, but it could have been smaller.
Yeah, just there were. I think the brilliant thing about this is, although it was this big, the revelations at the end, kind of a small smidge make it worth, you know, like reading it, because like the revelations are really like, it just kind of explains the world like completely. It finally kind of so many things.
It's like everything is now
that
set.
one little information kind of clicks and everything is like that.
Everything is like now, everything is now on the chessboard. Everything. And now the 7th book, the last one, is going to be moving the pieces to see who wins in the end. And so, I mean,
but just shorter. That's
that's shorter.
That's it, I think.
But yeah, I enjoy reading about relationships and how they, like romantic ones, when they're like, when there's like, it's not, it wasn't hate to love and anything, but it's like animosity and banter and, you know, a little bit of, you know, push and pull, and it was just fun to read.
It's like, it was like, you know, animosity because you are from the north.
And responsible for killing like,
half of my people.
So.
Without knowing the person, so But
yeah, that's it. Rambly and all over the place, but that is our review for Tower of Dawn. You can check out all the other reviews we did for this series here and below in the box, and do check out the links in our description box to some worldwide matters that you can, you know, get to know and help if you can.
Please like, share, subscribe, press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!